Ah, damn. I wonder if I needed to, like, have it on my hand before that, whatever. Let's go first. I don't control these spirits, I only channel them. Ben Kaplan, good. Smoking. Ow.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea.
What did this
It
king
looks
do?
as if it's, even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
All right.
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored
very Nicolas Cage
wealth, Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers.
Oh my god.
Like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style. That sounds terrible. The king is the king and he can do anything. Wait, really? There's no way that's true.
Wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Oh, beautiful.
Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
Okay, what is nose candy?
Cocaine.
This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Okay, well, where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
The pirate game I played today is an alt history where snorting ancient bone dust gives you magic. I don't think cocaine. I think you could say cocaine does the same. Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
It's brilliant, it's funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time.
Interesting.
Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Okay, I like that there's like, okay, well the art mystery can wait, but there is an art mystery. Oh yeah, do you have anything new?
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
She greets you. All right, are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Jerife?
Well, aren't you a lady?
The woman's malevolent cackle fills the roundabout.
I'm a lady like you are Gabriel Buenguerro. Only in dreams.
So you're not the driver everyone is terrified
I'm
of.
only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Huh.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
Why are you so scared of the people who used to know
Because
you?
they can no longer recognize the person I
Oh,
once
jeez.
was.
Then who's the female driver I was told of?
How should I know?
Huh.
Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
That's all I needed to know, thanks.
Oh, Sim.
The woman stares at you, her mind elsewhere on other matters. I think I know what's going on with you.
And what is that?
She sticks a filterless cigarette into a cigarette holder and reaches for a light. You're a pail driver. You transport goods through the pail.
Great. He asked the bank's rep about the bail, and now he's talking to everyone about it.
The lieutenant concedes with a head shake.
Fine, then. Just try not to black out again. And
Hey, you
don't
weren't there with me when I
contemplate.
talked to
Don't
her
have
about
time
it.
for that.
It's death, but for the universe. Oh, we're contemplating the living shit out of this.
Oh, I'm contemplating, Kim. I'm drawing existential conclusions
Exactly
from
what
this.
I didn't want you to do. Ma'am, my partner wanted to know if you work in pail transport.
He sighs and turns to the
No
woman.
offense. But your partner?
She lights the cigarette. A white and silver cloud of smoke disappears into her mouth.
Seems like a bit of an idiot.
She breathes out. The terror tastes sweet. I blacked out after a night of heavy drinking and lost all memory of the world. I blacked out from sheer heartbreak and lost all memory of the world. I'm not an idiot. I'm a detective of the RCM. Don't say I'm an idiot. I'm gonna go with from sheer heartbreak.
Like Gabriel Buenguerro in Segúreme, Paraíso. You're the opposite of me, then. I remember everything, even the things I never knew.
I feel that. Things you never knew.
The smell of liquor on Gabriel's lips after the shoot. In the motor park. The roses on the day of Franco Negro's coronation. On the grand stairs of Ryle. The smoke from the Fowling piece when Dolores Day was shot.
Shit.
The look on her face, like an orgasm.
Huh.
The wound in her chest. My hand in my father's hand. Except I never had a father. And I never shot her innocent
1 second.
Dolores Day.
Hey, get out of here, you assholes. Like, seriously. I threw out like 3 pieces of popcorn into a trash bag, and all of the cats are just circling the trash bag and trying to get to it. Over radiation?
Heroic doses, Rivia. Heroic.
That's the term they use for high mushroom doses. Isn't that dangerous?
Thought insertion, dithering, the Grad Catala Magistral. It's more than dangerous. It's sad. But at first I had to make a living. Now,
She savors the lungful.
when you've seen it all go away like that, rolling off like the sea, and then come back to this,
She gestures at the square, the broken horse monument, the clanging of machines in the distance.
what are we doing here? For thousands of years, Gabriel. It doesn't have to be like this. We can just give up. We can just become vapor.
What does it look like, the pail?
Like looking into the ocean at night, in the dark.
And
You cannot see it, but you know it's there. And
yeah,
it's big, bigger than anything. Bigger than all the other things combined.
what does it feel like?
Nothing. Until it starts. When you are deep enough. Then, for me, it's like autumn. Dark, gray, and orange. The orange of street lights and the color of streets and electric light. It smells like autumn, too. It smells terrible.
Nostalgia. Cooped up in the cabin, shaking. Terrible nostalgia. For yourself. For humans. It's too much to bear. She loves it.
Oh god, I love the pail driver. How do you pass through it?
In the belly of an airship, behind the steel windows. So you don't look straight into it. It's not advised to look into it.
Not on this lorry then?
No, the same one, a roller. They all are nowadays. Special wheels for connecting to the floor of the hold.
She points to the machines all clumped up like toys. One last thing, you said we can just become vapor?
Yes,
No elaboration.
I would rather have what I have than what you have. I would rather have what you have than what I have. I feel I already have what you have in some way.
they say there is a point, one that I have not crossed. In the Pale, super deep. If you stray too far, of course, on the U41A, or in Lomonosov's land, where every step you take is one step further from home, no matter the direction. It's a point you cannot come back from. Your mind becomes so radiant with the past, there is a flip. Instead of writing, it erases memory, nearing some kind of indescribable finale.
She flicks the ash from her cigarette.
Maybe you've been down the motorway south.
She looks at her cigarette, it's almost out. She has swallowed it hungrily, and then at you. Motorway south.
It's a story as lone horsemen tell. Lone horsemen, Tarife, not Pell drivers. Way beyond the established Pell that's lit by radio frequencies, where it goes silent.
The developers for Disco Elysium pointed out that one of their inspirations for the game was Kentucky Route Zero, which I have started and desperately want to play, and will probably play on stream. But then I started playing Pacific Drive, which came out recently, and feels so much like what they're talking about here.
And dark, and the process begins. Erasure, kilometer by kilometer, in any direction. The motorway south is a road you cannot come back from.
What is at the end of the motorway south?
No one knows what's at the end.
This is
I've
Tunic.
only glimpsed.
This is not
the beginning.
Tunic. She takes the cigarette out of the cigarette holder and extinguishes it.
I've only felt it in the distance when I was a child. A child growing on the leg.
She goes silent, her eyes close and her hands shake. Ma'am?
Josiane.
A sigh escapes her lips, then silence as she stares within herself.
There is nothing more to do now. She's far away. She is receding in the clutches of some indescribable scattered emotion. The child descending.
Yeah.
You fried both your brains enough for today, detective.
He inspects her, no response.
Let's get some air. This one's far gone.
He shakes his head silently as he turns to leave. Shit, that's insane. What is the... Ah. Okay, -1 visual calculus. At the end, bizarre angles. At the edge of the map, the landmass begins to disintegrate into pure trigonometry. The ocean melts, becoming a tangle of sines and cosines. The mountain range turns into a sharp angled azimuth. Its green range shadow dithers, and its music turning into a waveform, and then vanishes. This is the end, a half-remembered textbook from your childhood. The porch collapsing on the edge of the Isla. A transition from reality to pale, a single vector shoots out like a rocket. It's the motorway south, splintering off from the known pale to where? Where does it go? Yeah, once we get another skill point, might just unlock that. Okay, well, that's one fewer driver to talk to, I suppose. Also, hello, hello. So, is there anything else to do up
A
here? Is
lorry
there?
stuck in the
Yeah, I was gonna say. You have anything else to say, or are you just gonna...
right to work. Right.
Yeah, you're just being a fucking prick. You have anything else to say? Call me tomorrow. It's literally easier to target him than it is to actually go up the stairs.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Kuna said you know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble.
Ha!
To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
The probe into the armor. What'd you
I
learn?
learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
So Kuno used this to what? Scare ya?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a swig from his flask.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way.
Yeah.
Sweeter.
Sweeter. What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
He explains with a wry smile.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Wait. 4 pieces, helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
He gives you a jolly shrug. That's odd. I'm ambitious. I'm going to find all of it. All of the pieces.
All of it? There are junior officers out there eager to prove themselves.
We're
I
gonna
will
find
do
all of it.
some for them, but okay. Let's find all of it.
The lieutenant raises his brow.
It's implied he finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
He glances south where the canal runs. Thank you for the cooperation,
No
sir.
problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank you for showing me the way.
He finally takes a swig from his flag. Good talking. You got around. Okay, let's go back up to talk to Measurehead one more time, real quick. Gotta actually go talk to the Union guys. You got anything for
The
me?
unpromising race pupil returns.
Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
Yeah, but you're all part of the Union.
The Hardy Manlets are on the pay
Manlets.
of the company. I answer to the Union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Simmons. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
I say that all the time. There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Mm-hmm.
I like that sigh.
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
Who do you mean?
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Interesting.
Lieutenant takes a quick note. Okay. I'll be back. I'll be back. We're gonna punch you at some point. It's just, I don't know. I don't feel like he quite deserves it yet, you know? My mans are simping. Yeah. Okay, find all the armor pieces. Where is the rest of the armor? Yeah, we gotta go talk to Kuno again. Yeah, we did something. We gotta go back to the box of sunglasses. We can go back to the mirror, but I'll wait for that. There you go, that's it. Oh, I have a skill point. No, I haven't gotten XP yet. Okay, let's talk to you again real quick.
Looking for something, Rod? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yeah, you forgive me the runaround. Where's the
I
lead driver?
don't know what you're talking about.
First, you knew Selene, didn't
He
you?
did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
He grins a wide smile. Then why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cubs don't run Evashel West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? Lady driver?
No. He means la puta madre.
The lieutenant turns to the lorryman.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized
Damn
crime
truck
outfit
buddies.
in Revachol West.
Yeah, him.
For a moment, the lawyer man is silent and then spits on the pavement. Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
He says, unsure where this is leading.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who do anything
Oh!
for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
He gets closer to
The
him.
lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's
Oh
getting
yeah, no, we're
into
being
this.
cool.
You're not
Absolutely
peonies.
nothing.
You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
Yeah?
He's surprisingly good at this.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
bad at
yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah. Go Kim, go Kim, go Kim. Oh my god.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
Holy shit, go Kim.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carter's Guild.
His eyes dart between you and Lieutenant.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Lieutenant points to the yard.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
I like that one of them is to just go fuck yourself.
Men
Yes!
like this
I
only
feel so
respect
good.
two things, strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it? Oh! Oh!
I told you, I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life, you understand? I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. Point to it. I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me? What's your name, fuckhead? I'm gonna go on police radio saying this guy told Madre to fuck off. Oh, I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life. I kinda like that, but... What's your name?
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
His voice just is gone. He tries to wave you off.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her
Oh,
for days.
fuck. Where exactly is her
Past the
lorry?
monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Right, I'm going. Well, that was fucking awesome. Okay, sorry to get loud. Ah. Feels good. I like how this is not in any form where I am trying to go. Because I said we're going to the apartment building like a while ago. Actually, I don't think I need to talk to you anymore.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man.
Yeah, I don't need to bother you. We need to go find the ball at some point. Oh yeah. I could try to find more sunglasses.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime of...
Yeah. Ah, I see. A pair of Waterloo shades. The writing on the left temple says sub-insulindic rendezvous. It took me a second. The frame appears to be hand-carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
For the first time, the street vendor's voice trails off as he watches you inspect the glasses. Try them on.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Yes, but they also make your soul quiver like jello. So deep.
Wow, officer. You look so cool.
The street vendor has picked up his pace again as you observe the world through deep sea-tinted
And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste.
Ah,
But you found them.
Kim, what about these?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
He declares, his eyes still squinted behind his own glass. I like that. Okay, shades of self-destruction. Shades of... Oh, okay, so that's plus Inland Empire. And these are just plus perception. I want the plus perception frog hat.
Practical, officer.
We're giving ourselves a present, and that present is the little froggy hat. You can point me in the vague direction of ball. Oh, we'll get there, we'll get there. The malformed green frog... Isn't it on the other side when the water lock opens up anyway? beady suspicious eyes. The malformed green frog of the visor seems to keep an eye on your surroundings. The beady suspicious eye. A lime-tinted cellophane appears to be poorly molded. The imprint says made in Safra. Yeah. Okay, we do need to get money at some point, but don't care. Nothing to do over here. There's the green lorry near the monuments. It's bad. It's higher. Oh, no. Ah. What was that? Pop bubble, please. There we go. A sewer grate. A gate to the river of filth. I believe it's in the area of the book curse. Oh yeah, we should go up there as well. Monument. Wait, monument. Ah, yes, this way. Get turned around. Green super. Oh. Here we go.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Lieutenant peeks inside. Try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers.
Try the door handle?
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
Are we gonna get this open, Kim?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Oh. Probably should equip that. Okay, we did get a skill point. We're not gonna put it in shiver. I'm gonna unlock another. Yeah. Now, do we want to rigorously self-critique? Or do we want to... Let's put it away south. I want to see what that does. Okay, and then we go... Pry bar. We can get rid of cigarettes.
This screen found, A to
Okay.
Z, contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruin. With a firm
Yeah.
grip, raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth. Release your secret story cabin.
Smash it. Say fuck the police and then smash it. Say welcome to Revachol window and then smash it. Say I'm sorry and then smash it. Fuck the
The
police.
window shatters and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Subtle.
Says the lieutenant and sticks his hand in the window like a common car thief and then opens it.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
I'm ignoring you. Admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Huh.
There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Stop and wonder, what's that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably grenade number 5.
Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know?
Huh.
But you can't put your finger on whom Exactly. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn
Ah.
of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
What happened to her?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world and the camera, too.
That's sad. Enough the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard, and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Examine the radio?
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
The lieutenant leans over to the radio and hums. Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV.
Oh, I'm glad to hear your tacos are good. He flicks a switch on the radio.
Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range, too.
Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
What else is here?
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat.
Check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Huh.
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Looks like the pet driver added a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The lieutenant repeats. A sandpaper would also rub the pattern off the driver's right boot sole.
Yes?
One of the footprints of the crime scene had an aberration. The sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
The lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lens, and she's also the one running the drug train. What a handful.
We've identified one of the footprints, but there are still 7 to go.
He writes something in his little blue book.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Let's check out the pull-out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold the newspaper.
It's an issue of Petit Férique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
Interesting.
These formulas look oddly painful.
Yeah, it's math.
Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
His thoughts trail off. Push in the pull-out
The pull-out
toolbox.
toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes.
Close the door.
You close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
He just steps away from the lorry. I like that.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something the police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed. Or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between
Oh.
you and your station. A worrying prospect.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor in?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin.
Yes, well,
How do you think this is connected to the Union?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the
No
smuggling
comment on
operation.
lesbians.
But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right
Yeah,
when
that's
there is
true.
none. My suggestion is we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
Will the RCM open an
We
investigation
should
of
return
this?
to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Okay.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
He stops to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madre grouping is involved.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Okay, debrief over.
Debrief over. After you.
Huh. I like that they're like, all right, let's just try to like use this as our own kind of like tool, even though we don't know or we don't like have the person because we haven't actually seen or identified them visually yet. Okay. But that's a pile of shit done. We're not gonna go to Everett yet because I want to go to Joyce first. We get to Everett later. Joyce at least gets us closer to the apartment building that I said I was going to go to, and then we'll go to the books after that. Oh, what's this? Hello. Tea shit ain't nothing to me. Oh, we
We're
gotta talk to
still
Kuno.
waiting for a replacement for the bull.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
I have really outdone myself.
He
This
takes a
is
bite out of his
divine.
sandwich.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Honey, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a
Eating.
struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Tell me, what do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Come on, you must have heard something.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
He adds, smiling apologetically.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must do something.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
His cheeks turning red.
Respect?
The old carabiner can't even believe what he's hearing. Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
He assures you.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
The carabiner crosses his
Can
arms.
I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, Renee? I'm not anyone impotent in the Union. I just know Evra.
His eyes are furious. How do you know Everett?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
Snaps at Gaston.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Damn.
Let's try not to get caught in the crossfire.
Lowering his voice. Are you a union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Everard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
His cheeks turn red again. In many ways.
Oh, yes.
So you're not an actual member?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card. But Everard puts me on the payroll. Just for the little things.
His eyes fix on the bulls in the crater.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Vezavein. Comes to where the wind blows and tries to look important.
Fair weather friend.
I hate the socialist rabble.
Oh,
Even
baby.
siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence, never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Those are the things you do for Everett.
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write for him?
Nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Everhart and I have these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say.
Ugh.
It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Thanks, that's all for now.
No, thank you. For being consummate
Oh.
professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
I want to ask with the union again.
Sure, officer.
Oh, wait, never mind, that's all.
No,
It looks delicious.
thank
Can I
you.
have a bite?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
He quickly
The only
adds.
one you have.
Ha!
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder.
Oh.
Well made and abundant in components.
Oh.
The author sure knew their craft. In addition to the obvious slice of ham,
Oh.
a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
Please, man, can I just have a bite? Don't be a dick, Gaston. There's plenty for everybody. Can I just have a bite?
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
He's squirming, avoiding your gaze.
You can barely hear him. The sweet smell of pickles, garlic butter, and marinated onions emanating from the
I'm
sandwich
so hungry right
is
now.
driving your mind in a singular direction. It must be yours.
Please, friend, let's just share it.
Back off! It's fine.
He jerks away, immediately startled by his own reaction.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets close. You're a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
When's the last time I ate? I don't know. Please?
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
What is political? I'm already tripping knee deep into politics, baby.
Really do. Now, unleash the fury.
The city's going to shit sooner or later. Some foreign anarchist is going to steal your sandwich. That's a fact. Your blood sandwich is a tool of the oppressors designed to keep the proletariat docile. These options seem rather awful fascist or communist. What if I don't want to say them? Your blood sandwich.
What? What oppression?
Lieutenant gives you a sharp glance.
I am not going to listen to this commie gunnery.
He utters through clenched teeth and turns his back to you.
Huh?
The jolly man is scratching his head in bewilderment. He doesn't understand the situation. Let me ask you, comrade, did you make the sandwich yourself? Oh. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just. Oh, I knew I should have done the fucking What if I don't want to say one of these? But holy shit. Oh my god. I just keep thinking of the idea of like, just because Subway always has like 2 people make your sandwich. Is Subway inherently communist? Holy shit. Let me ask you, comrade. Did you make the sandwich yourself?
Yes, officer.
He proudly displays his culinary miracle. It is magnificent. Excuse me! What? Tell me with your big words, please. No, come here, come here. Until you get close, I'm not going to listen to you. Oh, still, the overabundance the sandwich embodies is inherently evil.
I really don't understand how my sandwich could.
He starts but falls silent. Wouldn't you rather have a proper sandwich? A sandwich with soul? I don't know. I don't either, but wouldn't you rather eat a sandwich free of the bourgeoisie guilt baggage?
I would rather just have this one, officer. It's really good.
He's avoiding your eyes.
Tell this lost comrade what the people's sandwich was like. Distill the essence of the working man in a sandwich.
But imagine a sandwich absolutely minimal in design. Sleek, efficient, simple. I could imagine a sandwich covered entirely in fine metal dust from an industrial
That
plant.
sounds horrible. You really don't know your way around the kitchen, officer. Food and politics don't mix.
Bye. For now. I'll be back. Oh my god. Holy shit, my chest hurts from laughing about communist sandwiches.
Sir?